This is Andy Purewal for Boxing Social. I'm now joined by Frank Smith, the man taking over from Eddie Hearn here at Matchroom Boxing. Frank, you say about
Slowly. One day, if he retires.
How are you finding things since the US takeover and settling into the new role with all that as well?
Yeah, no, it's good. It's really exciting. I mean, it's going to be hard work. You know, it's got a lot to be done, but I think we've got to really replicate what we've done in the UK market in the US. And you know, we've set up a brand new company. We've got 10 employees out in the US. So it's about 20 team of 20 staff across the two offices, and you know, we've got to dominate the US market and then carry on growing in the UK as well. So it's good times.
Well, we are here tonight for Amir Khan's second return since his 2-year layoff from Canelo fight. How did you assess his performance?
Yeah, I mean, he's always in an entertaining fight, and he got back up. It was a huge knockdown as well. I watched it back just there, but he got back up. He fought all the way through 12 rounds. I thought it was a great performance, great crowd, great night, and you know, we'll see what happens from here.
Was you surprised by the fact that he not just knocked down, but the fact that he went 12 rounds, or was you anticipating Amir to get the stoppage at some point in the fight?
No, I think they were. They you know, all the way along, Amir and his team knew what Vargas brought, and I don't think they were surprised by it. You know, and they were expecting a tough fight. And I think, you know, Samuel Vargas came over and you know, he gave everything he could.
You had Kell Brook ringside. What have you spoken to Kell, or what has Kell said since?
I haven't seen him. I've just seen what he said on Sky. I mean, you know, he wants to fight. It's definitely the biggest fight out there. So, you know, hopefully we can get it done. For
you personally, though, what would you see Amir versus Kell or Amir versus Pacquiao? What do you think is more feasible at this stage?
I don't know. You know, Amir and Kell are both with Matchroom, same promoters. You know, it should be. Hopefully, we can get it done. I think you know, they're both huge fights. Amir against Manny as well is a massive fight. But I think the Kell fight, one that's been built for ages. Everyone's wanted to see it for ages, and I think, as Eddie said in the ring after, it's a fight that has got to happen next, really, if it's going to happen.
Do you see the next fight as maybe being Amir's last if it isn't a successful victory?
I mean, you never know. It's like I was talking about. There's so many fighters like likes of George Groves, who came back from the 2 defeats against Khan-Vargas, and then yeah, I think the 3rd defeat he had, and then came back. He's now ruler he's the number 1 in the super middle. Yeah, the Badou Jack. Yeah, number 1 in the super middleweight division. So like, just a loss doesn't mean the end of a career. And you look at Amir tonight. After I don't know, he had 12, 13 years in the pros now. He's still so sharp, still so fast, still got it. So you know, I don't see a loss being the end of a career. But you know, I'm sure he'll take a view. But whatever happens next, it's going to be a big fight, I'm sure.
And what did you make of your undercard, especially the Longford Wellborn fight?
I was actually in a meeting during that. I had a nightmare. I was in a meeting here, and I just kept on hearing the crowd go. So I was sat in a meeting for about 40 minutes. Didn't have a clue what was going on. But you know, I'll watch it back afterwards.
Do you want to share with us what that meeting was about?
No. I'm sure you'll find out one day.
It's exciting times for you guys in Matchroom, isn't it? At the minute, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, lots going on. It's really exciting as a whole business as well. You know, boxing's a huge part, but we've got the darts, snooker, everything that's continuing to grow, and especially with the move, like you say, the move into the US market. And I think very soon there's going to be announcements for a couple of other things we've been working on. And you know, as I said, we don't get complacent. We've got to keep working, keep striving to make everything bigger and better that we do. And the UK is at the forefront of our minds still.
And just to touch on the rest of the card, what did you catch or what have you seen?
Do you know what? I've got to be honest, I was running about all night. I haven't seen too much of it. I will watch it back. But as you'll know, you'll see me just dashing about. I managed to catch, obviously, Amir's fight, but everything before that, running about, saw a few bits and pieces, but watch it back, you know. I don't do much. I work and then go back and watch it again just to make sure, just to have a look at it all. So we'll watch it back over the next couple of days.
Well, Frank, it's very late, so thank you for speaking to Boxing Social.
No worries. Good to see you.
Cheers, Frank. Thank you.